Oh, yes, good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see your beautiful faces, and I think I can only see Balikiz's face. So if you want, if you wish, you can just help us switch on your cameras and let's see your beautiful faces. So we want to welcome you officially to Girl of Nigeria handing over ceremony. Yes, executive volunteers handing over ceremony and the onboarding session of the new executive volunteers. So it's really been an amazing 1 year, you know, being a part of something as big as Girl of Nigeria, being a part of this organization, steering social change is really been an amazing 1 year. And today we want to draw the curtains, and we are drawing the curtains not on Girl of Nigeria, but on our own administration, our own tenure, and we're going to welcome new set of beautiful, thoughtful leaders. Thoughtful leaders of thought, we're going to welcome them today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have started the event. I want to call on our president for our opening remarks. Ms. Baliki Salaudin, go ahead. Please kindly mute your mic so that we can have a seamless event. Please go ahead for your opening remarks.
All right, thank you so much, Azizat. I'm not going to take so much of our time on the opening remarks because I know I'm still going to be speaking later, right? So I just want to officially welcome every one of you to the 3rd edition of Girl of Nigeria's onboarding ceremony and closing ceremony. I'm super delighted to see that I've had to work with diverse group of young people, learning from them and getting closer to even knowing them beyond our social work is like and a tremendous thing for me. And I'm also delighted to have some of the founding volunteers of Girl of Nigeria who are guest speakers for today. And the reason why we had to choose this set of people as our guest speaker for today is because we understand the power of storytelling. We understand the power of how impact can be exchanged, when you learn from other people who have been there. So I'm delighted to welcome all of you, and I look forward to an amazing ceremony. Thank you so much. Over to you, Azizat.
Thank you, Balkis, for that wonderful short address, because you really want us to go straight to the point. Thank you so much, and we love you so much. So I'm going to be going directly into the speaker's brief, and I'll be taking the bio of our speakers. Truth Egbe. I don't want to call her middle name because I'm not sure if I'm going to get the pronunciation right. And Oluwadamilola Akintewe. So I'm going to be reading a bio now. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the bio of Oluwadamilola Akintewe. Oluwadamilola Akintewe is studying law and champions women's rights via feminist community building and advocacy. She also works in communications, research, gender budgeting, and policy tracking for accountability and good governance. Oluwadamilola runs a community of women who demystify conversations around women's health, equality called Forbidden Topics, and have presence in 25 countries. While leading Project Rebirth, providing skill acquisitions for financial inclusion and empowering for women in rural communities, our impact has reached over 10,000 persons directly. Oluwadamilola was awarded the 2022 Late Princess Diana Award winner, 2021 Once Campaign Samantha Sai Award for Policy and Development winner, 2021 Our Network Women of the Future nominee, and One Young World Ambassador. She's also the only Nigerian in the inaugural Check.org $100,000 Global Student Prize Top 10 finalist. She's a prolific speaker and speaks on leadership, women's rights, inclusion, and youth empowerment. Please, ladies and gentlemen, jam your hands together for Oluwadamilola Akintewe. Please jam your hands together for her. If I don't see you jamming your hands together, I'm not going to read Truth's bio. So let me see your reactions also in the comments. Just share them all, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I can see your reactions. And I want to use this medium to also welcome everyone just joining in now. Tim Lola, welcome. And, oh, so excuse me. I think this should be Ezine and Faith. So I think I'm going to take the bio of Truth now. Let me see. So I'll take the bio of Truth now. Truth Osumariton Egbe is a development communicator with over 5 years of experience using new media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to influence social change. Some of our most notable campaigns include the Lara and Friends animation with UNICEF Nigeria, Fighters for Education with UNICEF's Voices of Youth, she leads climate action with Girl Up Nigeria. Well, Simbi from Area High with Aid for Rural Education Access Initiative, and the Learn with Samaritan Mobile Productivity App Tour, which has a combined reach of over 2 million children and youth online and offline. In 2022, she was one of the 40 media professionals chosen from 12 African countries for the Pilot Young African Media Fellowship by Yali TV and the US mission to the African Union. She's also the author of Becoming Intentional, a collection of real-life experiences and practical principles that highlight the steps required for personal development, integration in society, goal attainment, life preservation, and finding purpose, among other things. Ladies and gentlemen, please jam your hands together for Truth AB. Please jam your hands together for Truth. Ebe, jam your hands together for her. Yes, I can hear that and I love it. Thank you so much. At this point, I'm going to be handing over to Faith Emmanuel, our event host for today. So please kindly unmute and take over, Faith.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for standing in for me. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you. We're good, yeah?
Yes, I think we're good.
Okay. And you can hear me all right, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Amazing. So good afternoon, everyone. I am so sorry, the network, we're in Nigeria, and so all of these things happen. I'm sorry. I was here trying to battle, my network. I think that's what it is. Sorry, everyone. My president, I see you on this call. Celebrate you, Mrs. Balikis. Ms. Balikis, rather. Thank you, everyone. So like we already heard, my fellow MC, I think I think that's what I'm going to have to call her for now. Thank you for hosting with me. Thank you so much for standing in for me. We're going to start already. She already read Truth's bio. Truth is someone Truth is someone you don't want to not listen to. She's pumped up. She has experience. She's a young person. She's relatable. I mean, she wrote a book that is influencing people and just changing the narrative, right? As it regards youths trying to navigate sustainable development. She shared proven tools that can help you. And so I think that once Truth comes up, Truth, are you ready? Truth, are you ready? Once Truth comes up,
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, of course, thank you. Once Truth comes up here, I beg you, there's something I want you to do. Please get a pen and a book. Because this woman, no hypes, she has proven herself and she's still proving herself. So Truth, with no further ado, we welcome you to the amazing event this afternoon. Truth, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's really good to be here. When Chiamaka invited me, I was like, there's no way I can't be here. Exactly around this time last year, I was also participating in the handover ceremony. I was handing over to the executives that will be handing over to new executives today. I was founding communications officer at Gallup Nigeria. So it's great to be part of the ceremony again. I would have loved to know how everybody is feeling, the people handing over, the people being handed over to. But I think we'll get to that part. So I'm supposed to talk about volunteering and my experience in Gallup, Nigeria, and basically how that has prepared me for the world, or like just basically sharing my experience. I think the first thing I would want to start by saying is we're living in a world of where we have billions of people, 8 billion people, and then every day we're experiencing life, but so are other people on earth, and then our actions and our inactions. So even if you say you're not doing anything, these inactions are still going to affect other people. So the reason why we volunteer, the reason why we're doing all that we're doing is so that we would be contributing what we would like to be contributing to our society, basically. So that's our reason for contributing to the society. Because even if we don't do anything, we will still be affecting people that are experiencing life with us, right? So we have the chance to do something good, so we might as well take it. When I was younger, in primary school, I think that was primary school, there was a family. The girl Ada was, I think, 3 classes below me, and Ada was the first child of 3 other girls. Her life was going pretty well. She was going to school, so were her
our sisters, our mother. I knew her father. And then tragedy struck. Her father died, and I saw their family go from being able to afford an education to not being able to afford the roof over their head. I saw like everything being taken away from them by their father's brothers, and I just saw a lot of chaos. And I decided that when I can do something about that, I will do something about that. I'm sure a lot of us have experiences like this that have touched us. Yeah, we at most we have like 80 years on this earth, so we can't do everything, but we can find the experiences that hurt us the most and decide that we want to be part of the solution. We want to be part of the change. So for me, that was it. For me, it was, I don't want to ever see a child suffer. I don't want to see a child have to carry the burdens of their parents or carry the burdens of people they don't. They didn't, it's not their fault, right? I don't want to ever see that happen. And then when I have the chance, I will do something about it. So that's how I became passionate about children and children's rights and girls, and that's how I ended up in Girl of Nigeria and all the work I've done around child rights and the rights of the girl child. Now, even though that is something I'm passionate about, the way it works is that you can contribute in so many different ways. So for example, if you take education as an example, you can be a teacher, you can be somebody that is influencing the policies of education. You can contribute in so many different ways. So just because you are passionate about maybe education doesn't mean you have to be a teacher. You can contribute in so many different ways. And that is something that I feel like a lot of times we miss out on, because we say, oh, okay, we're passionate about maybe gender equality or something, and then we feel like there's only one way to contribute to that, but there are different ways, there are different roles. So for me, after a lot of exploring, I found that media and communications was something I wanted to do long term. So within that child rights space, within that girls' rights space, I am now in the role of media and communications. So if there's one advice I'll give to any young person trying to find that one thing that you want to spend your whole life doing, or that one thing that you want to be part of the solution, when you have found that, like the big education or girls' rights, you now have to find like a role there, like how do you want to contribute? It's not, it doesn't just stop at saying, oh, okay, I want to contribute, but like how? And then there are certain skills that you would need to contribute in that role. So for example, like media and communications, if you streamline it now, I do social media and youth engagement. So there are certain skills I need to be able to do that. I need to know how to use social media. I need to know how to create content. So in contributing to society in the way I have chosen, I have to develop certain skills. And then now you can look for platforms where you can develop certain skills, or you can look for platforms where you can contribute with the skills that you have already developed. For me, Girl of Nigeria was both of them. It was a platform to learn. It was also a platform to contribute. Because remember, I talked about how I really liked, or how I was passionate about girls' rights. So Girl of Nigeria was a place to explore that. And then it was also a place to learn, because I had Tony Adepoju of Blessed Memories with lots of years of experience in communications, and had Balikis. I had a couple of other people to work with and to explore different things and say, oh, let's try this, let's not try this, or we tried this before, let's try something else. And it was just an amazing experience for me, both learning and contributing. So when you find a platform like this, there are some platforms where you can only learn and you have very little chance to contribute. There are some platforms where you be contributing and there's very little personal development or development that's happening to you. But when you find a platform like Girl of Nigeria that allows you to both learn and contribute, I would say it on your behalf that you are lucky, and then you are very privileged. if there's anything I want us to leave here with is to know that it's a journey, yeah? Like everything we do, it's a journey. This is a journey. It's leading you somewhere else. That it's leading you somewhere else. That it's leading you somewhere else. But don't be too fixated on the destination. Also enjoy the journey. Enjoy this exact moment right now. Enjoy the work you're doing right now. Enjoy the work you're going to be doing. Because like you probably won't get that exact moment again. Once it's gone, it's gone. I handed over in November 2021. In December, actually before I handed over, I got a job with Aid for Rural Education Access Initiative. I was leading communications. That's the director of digital communications. I did that for 6 months. In July, I resumed and I joined the UNICEF Nigeria communications team. So you see, like it's a journey, and then every single step of the journey is something you're going to enjoy, but enjoy it. I think I had the 15 minutes to give this talk. If I'm leaving you with anything, enjoy the journey. Make sure that you are looking at the future. You have the future in mind. Make sure that you're gaining relevant skills that will be useful in the next step of your journey, and make sure that you are streamlining your passions into a role, because when the United Nations advertises roles, they don't advertise people that are passionate about girls' rights or people that are passionate about child's rights. They advertise a particular role. So you have to be sure that the skills that you're developing are going to fit into that role that you hope to fill one day. And if you are not hoping to fill any role, start hoping to fill the role, because we need you. The world is waiting for you to also contribute to society. So that's it for me. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
And fire, truth and fire, truth and fire. It's normal with truth. I told you guys, get a pen, get a book, and write. See, the thing is, when you give Truth 15 minutes to talk, I'm not sure she can capture all of that, but you guys can go and trailer on social media. Guys, yeah, you're looking at a very good resource right here. So when Truth was talking, she kept saying she came from a place where she was exploring, right? So you want to work in the social good space, of course. You want to work in sustainable development space, and you're like, oh, I've already figured out what I want to do at 20, at 18, at 19, at 25. Like, you're so sure this is what you want to do. Truth is telling you there's a process. You want to pick up her book, Intentional and Read. She shared a lot on how she transitioned and how she moved. Thank you so much, Truth. Truth also talked about getting the relevant skill. Nobody's going to come and say, oh, because you're passionate about this, well, who is passionate? Everybody's passionate about something in Nigeria. Look for the average Nigeria, ask them, they have a problem, they have, in short, they have a solution in their head about what everybody should do. Let's do this. But can you do it when it comes to doing it? Truth, thank you so much. So I'm going to say this. I'm not supposed to, but I will. Okay, please, can you help us mute your mic, whoever that is? Thank you so much. We love you. Right. So I was going to say this. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I would say it. When Girl of Nigeria put out the application for people to for executive volunteers, I mean, Truth said it. She says, Girl of Nigeria gives you the space, the time, the ability to explore, right, your talent. And the truth is, see, this is a very good place to work. If you're someone that's calm-headed and you know you want to upgrade your life, Girl of Nigeria is the place to work, because they will support you, they will encourage you. And then I applied. I'm supposed to be graduating with this cohort, right, with this executive volunteer. But something happened, and I'm going to share it later. Don't let me be another speaker here. But what I'm trying to say from this experience is get the skill you need. Don't come and stress anybody. I'm sorry, but the kids are already looking at me like, don't pursue my executive volunteers. I don't know how to do that, but please, get the skills you need. Thank you, Truth. And if you have questions, please start putting them in the comments, or just raise your hand. There's an icon for raising your hand so we can choose you and you can just ask your question. Anything from what she said, something that stood out, she knows how to and just give you back to back. She just drop it as it is, straight to the point, and that was really beautiful. So if you learned something from what she said, if you have questions, if you just want to say thank you, please hug her from here. She can feel the hug. She's a lover. She loves children, so she can feel the hug from here. So just hug her. Once again, this is the handover ceremony for executive volunteers. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. And the theme for this year is understanding the role of young people in social and sustainable development. I mean, through volunteering. It's so apt. When I saw the theme, I was like, this is what we need. We need to talk about this. And I'm glad that we have resource people doing the work, talking the talk, and actually showing the way here. And so I think we're ready for our next speaker. Yeah, I can't see any questions in the comments yet, right? So, but we can continue to drop our questions. It's on social media platform. Yes, thank you, Truth, you everyone. Okay, yeah, we're seeing that people are saying thank you. You can go and let you know. Are we ready for our second speakers? Please let me see emojis flying. No, let me see emojis flying. This room is quiet for me. Are we ready for our second speaker? Please put in stickers, emojis, something exciting in the comments. Just chat. I'm ready. Thank you. Love, all of that. Okay, I think someone is raising their hand. Okay. I can see the plenty fire love. Oh my God. Bukola, all right. We're ready. Okay, so I will just read her bio. And this person I'm about to bring up, I'm told that she was part of the founding fathers, as we say it in Nigeria. Let's say founding mothers, because she's a female. She's part of the founding mothers of Gather Nigeria. And she was the vice president when it was being founded. Yeah. So she studied law and champions women's rights. She's a feminist. She also works in communication. She works in research. She works in gender budgeting and policy tracking for accountability and good governance. She runs a community of women who demystify conversations around women's health, equality. Okay, I'm trying not to read all of her bio because of time, but obviously from everything I've said, this person is the bomb. And her name is Oluwadamilola Akintewe. While leading Project Rebirth, which provides skill acquisition for financial inclusion and empowering women in rural communities, her impact has reached over 10,000 persons, She has won awards. The late Princess Diana Award in 2002, she won. In 2001, she won another award. I'm just looking at the grants and everything she's done, and I mean, she got a grant for her organization, and the many things that I'm seeing happen here, it's just amazing. So to save time, I'm going to bring her up. She's already here. Oluwadamilola Akintewe. Everybody, let's give her a warm welcome, clap, shout. Oh, President is stopping for our Vice President. I love the smile.
Everyone.
Thank you everyone for clapping. Truth, I see you. Good afternoon. Welcome. You have to go now. Damilola,
Please,
you're welcome.
Thank you so much. How good is my audio? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's clear. It's very good.
Awesome. I want to first recognize my boss, Balkis Alaudin. It's 3 years of consistency, and sincerely, you've done a wonderful job from COVID inauguration till now, and it's just a testament to the amazing person you are and your leadership skills. And then Truth, I see you. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. My name is Oluwadamilola Akintewe, and please don't mind this big madam who is IPing. I was the founding vice president for Girl Up in 2020, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful time. Even though I no longer a part of the consistent organization, but I'm still a member of Girl Up. I'll always be a member of Girl Up because it's an organization that is in sync with what I do. So today I'm going to be speaking on something that is quite important, and which is, why should I volunteer? I mean, why bother? Considering that in Nigeria, the social space does not actually it's not like the corporate space where you can make 500,000 per month. Nah, the social space, there is not much money in it. For example, Girl Up Nigeria as an organization has been bootstrapping to the best of my knowledge. And despite little to no resources, we've had committed members, people who serve as executive volunteers, ensuring that the goal and the mission of this organization continue to prosper. So why? What's the point? We're not paying them. Why are they doing it? Why is volunteering very, very important? And this is me. I'm going to share a very, very personal story. So I started volunteering full-time in 2017, and 2022 is the first time I was paid. I got a paid role via my social work. So it took me 5 years before I can progress to, collecting salary. And while I may attribute some of that, delay to ageism, our society, when you see a very young person, you tend to, have questions about their abilities. But then when I was transitioning, it was so easy for me because for 5 years, I had built a skill. So if I were competing on the labor market, I will be a very, very good competitor for a great job. And that is what volunteering does for you. But if we're being sincere, in the global market right now, for whatever opportunities you want, be it a master's, be it a scholarship, people want to know your leadership skills. They want to see that you've been trusted with little and you have done excellently with it. And how much more can you prove that with your experience working to improve your community? There's this saying that we're all leaders. Anybody can just pop up and say, I'm a leader. But what differentiates the leaders indeed from the leaders in words? I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So for every application that I've filled, they ask me, what are your leadership experiences? What have you done? And then I have the opportunity to list in full details of work I've done with several organizations in the past. And it's proof to them that, yes, I am worth the investment they want to invest in me. And this is very important. Our society, we're going into a very competitive world. And as a young person, your degree, yes, that BSc, the first class, is good, but it's certainly no longer enough. As a Christian, I have this Bible verse that I hold dear, which is show yourself approved. So as you show yourself in academics, you must be able to show yourself extracurricular, because opportunities are out there and they want to see somebody who is an all-rounder, somebody who's excelled in academics, excelled outside of it, and have results to show, because this is extremely important. So why should you volunteer? The corporate answer is that because you want to be equipped for the global labor market, except you want to play local. If you want to play local, you don't have to. But if your competition is the global stage, then you must step up your game. And grassroots organizations like Girl Up gives you an opportunity to, you're not just carrying title in quotes. You have responsibilities, you have deliverables, and it is in doing the work that you gain the skills and experience. Where I have heard the case of several university graduates who paid somebody to pash their CV, and when they got to the interview, they could not defend anything on that CV. You don't want to be that person. You want to be able to defend every skill you claim. And then there's another question that, how do I, connect my degree to my social impact work? I am studying law. I will be graduating law in January, and most of my work revolves around women's rights and human rights advocacy. The truth is, as a young person, or should I say this is my own experience, when you're going into volunteering or trying to do something in social impact, you are not expected to know everything at once. No. You are allowed to learn on the go. Even the top ranking people we aspire to that inspires us. I'm sure when they were at our level, they also struggled. But what differentiates them from every other person is that they are open to learning, which is very important. So let's say you're studying architecture and you are passionate about women's rights and you want to volunteer for women's rights, but you don't know how to like bridge those two aspects of your life. Why not do both? Then when you have an architecture firm, you can ensure that the policies in your company are not anti-women. You can ensure that the policies in your company support women. So these are some of the ways, just like Truth said earlier, there is no one perfect way to social advocacy. You can come from every angle. Somebody is advocating against gender-based violence. Somebody is helping women gain skills. Somebody is helping girls get to school. Somebody is advocating against child marriage. Everything still boils down to gender equality. The how is what differs. And the how does not matter. It's the goal that is most important. So just because your passion does not align or does not align with the degree you have, that should not be the sole determinant of you saying you're not going to go into this field or not. And we're so grateful for the kind of society we live in right now. There is room for flexibility. You can always learn new skills. You can always start again. You can always like connect with people who are already experts, who have gained experiences in the field, and equip yourself through communication, networking, even from shadow learning. I have seen most people do it on LinkedIn. Maybe there's this person you admire, you just go to their DM and bombard them. And then once they ignore, it looks like this person is very what color because I have no blue. That is not how life works. People have their lives. But from their content, you can learn something. And then eventually, when you put these learnings into practice and the result comes, they will be the ones, they'll come around. People want to be associated with success. So if your degree does not directly go straight into the social impact work, perhaps you study business and you're passionate about climate action, why not create a business that contributes to reducing environmental degradation in our society? There is always a middle ground for both sides. And as a person, I want you to find it. Why also, giving yourself the room to not know it all at once. Nobody knows it all. You are allowed to grow. You're allowed to make mistakes, and don't beat yourself up too much for mistakes. And most importantly, the part of remuneration. I will be very sincere. Inflation is one of the major issues in Nigeria right now. And most young people don't like volunteering with organizations that do not pay them, which is understanding. Very, very understanding. I'm very realistic. Cost of living is high. So let's say as a person, you are volunteering with an organization that is not paying you and you're trying to raise funds for your personal self. There is no crime in doing that. You can. Some of us will volunteer per time with organization while we have jobs that actually pay our bills and all that. The most important thing is if you see, you can only change the world if you yourself, you're self-sufficient. That is very, very important. I have seen people who wants to, help, like who wants to improve quality education in their community, but they're struggling to eat 3 square meals. That is not a sustainable lifestyle. So don't go quit your 9 to 5 job just because of social impact. You yourself, I consider myself as a project myself. I am a project. If I am not doing well as a person, how then can I extend that grace to the project that I'm doing? And finally, accept yourself and see yourself as someone who is actually making change. I know this sounds cliched. We are the leaders of the future. We are this, we are that. It sounds cliche. It sounds big. But the truth is, I've always believed in individual action, collectively taken together is the solution to is the drive for sustainable action. If I am doing something in my community, you're doing something in your community, and we bring this together, then both combined, it creates the better world we want to see. So even if you don't get the opportunity to volunteer with all the big organizations like the United Nations or Amnesty International, don't think the seemingly little work you might be doing with Girl Up Nigeria, don't think it is little. No, it matters because it can create ripple effects, positive ripple effects that would go even beyond your imagination. I have seen that. I have had people reach out to me due to one project that I ran that I cannot even remember. And this is the power of social impact. So for the people that are joining the Executive Council for this new year, 2023, I welcome you to Girl Up. You are in for a ride. Be open-minded, which is very important, and understand that this community is one that will support you. The beautiful thing about Girl Up is that this is not a toxic. There is no toxicity in this space. Everybody is available to support you. The president had been a wonderful, wonderful supporter for me, even after I left Girl Up because of graduation, I wanted to go to law school. And that has been the great relationship since then. So you have a community that is willing and ready to support you in your journey, and you should utilize it. And at the end, if you're still staying with Girl Up, we'll be happy. And when you're leaving Girl Up, you'll be living fulfilled. Step it into the new version of your life and profession. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. Oluwadamilola. I'm calling your name in full now. My vice president for excellence. Well done, Ma. Well done.
Thank you so
This
much.
was good. This was great. Please, President was clapping. I did not see anybody standing up to clap. People should stand up and be clapping. Right. See, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone that's going to be joining Girl Up Nigeria. After my time with Girl Up Nigeria, I just knew that this is somewhere anybody can work. Like she said, it's not toxic here at all. I said I was going to share an experience before. I will say that now. Dami, I'll still come back to you. Thank you so much for saying your mind. Like, it's like you pull your chest out. I'm like, these people, you guys are gonna have it. Like, let me just give it to you guys. Thank you so much. Favor says thank you, Dami Lola. So thank you, Dami. When I joined Girl Up Nigeria, I joined as the partnership and engagement officer. And one thing that happened to me was I was scared. I was like, oh, I'm volunteering. It has to be perfect. I need to know what I'm doing. Let me not come and act like I don't have the necessary skills and all of that. One thing that constantly started to happen was I was distancing myself. Like, I was making myself distant from everybody. The reason was I was in school, which I know some of us here are also in school. Some of the volunteers that are here already, you were also in school, or you're also in school, right? Don't be tempted to say, oh, I'm here now and I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so let me day my day. In Girl Up Nigeria, there's nothing like day your day. They will call you for games night or for asking you. Tell me who come into my DM and ask me what's going on with you, why are you not responding? It's a breathing ground. It's a place where you can learn. And I remember President telling us, if you don't know what to do, just let me know. We can put you through, right? The Girl Up Nigeria does not expect you to come in all prepared, right? At least there's a level of skill that you're supposed to have. But if you still don't have it, Truth said it from the beginning, that willingness, that openness to learn, have it, and they will help you. When Dami was talking, Dami said, you need to know how to balance your work and your volunteering. She said there's always a middle ground. So if you're in architecture, like she said, and you're trying to look for a way to put that into your volunteering experience, if you can think enough, if you can share what is in your mind, definitely you'll find someone who will be willing to work with you and collaborate to help you. And the thing about Girl Up Nigeria also is Girl Up Nigeria championed all the 17 SDGs. When I wanted to join Girl Up Nigeria, I thought that, oh, we're just going to do gender-based violence or a part of girls. But the truth is, it's not just education for girls, Girl Up Nigeria does. If you're into climate action, Girl Up Nigeria gives you bring your project, bring your ideas, let's share, let's know what we can do for the girls in your area on climate. If you're championing the last SDG, which is collaboration and partnerships, you can bring other people that can partner and do the work. The thing we want to do is get the work done. So thank you, Dami Lola. Anyone that has questions, please leave your questions in the comments. And if you're too shy to ask questions, Favor says thank you, Manuela says thank you. Hadassah says this was insightful. Dami, thank you so much. So if you have questions and you don't want to ask them here, maybe you're shy or something, you can go to their DMs and ask them. So right about now, we're going to go to the next agenda, which is, who's ready for this one? which is introduction of outgoing executive volunteers. My God, why do I almost feel bad? But let me turn my hair for you people. But I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of this team because I kind of firsthand saw them evolve. Honestly, this is beautiful to watch. And so we're going to have Truth come up and introduce the outgoing executive volunteers and their awards. Hello, Truth. Is Truth still here? Oh, this is beautifully designed. Award of excellence, so beautiful. Okay, so you can just look at the screen. Is Truth still here?
Yes,
Okay, Truth,
I'm here.
welcome. Right, awesome.
Okay. So I'm just supposed to call their names and then we'll celebrate them, right?
So Truth, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, so you're gonna call I hope it's bold enough for you to see their role.
Mhm.
Can you see their role?
Yes, monitoring and evaluation.
All right, so you just call their name and in recognition of, I know how we do this, just
okay. Okay, so the first person we have here is Ezinwa Susan Chinyere, and she was the monitoring and evaluation officer from December 2021 to November 2022. So let's put our hands together and celebrate her. She has done work well done. She has finished her race. She's going to hand over to the next person. Let's celebrate her. Is Ezinwa on the call? Next we have I'm not sure. Is Ezinwa on the call? Do we know? Is she on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
She's on the call.
Hey, we're celebrating you. Well done. This is in acknowledgement of your service, your 1-year service, and we hope that you go ahead and do great things with this. And by the next year, when we're doing this call again, we want to hear all the things that you have done in the 1 year and we want to hear good news about you. So congratulations. And the next person that I have on this list is Onu Majuru Ezine Thelma. And Thelma was a Deputy Monitoring and Evaluation Officer. So Thelma, congratulations. Thank you for your service. Really appreciate the time that you put in to Get Up Nigeria. The next person is, please, if I call you and you're on the call, you can just turn on your mic and say hello or say something so that we know that we are awarding into actual people. The next person is Atunde Ahmed Olarewaju, and he was the Policy and Research Officer from December to November 2022. So congratulations and thank you for your service, Atunde. Next up is Ike Felicity Norma, and that was the Deputy Project Management Officer from December to November. Thank you, Norma, for your service. We really appreciate the time you put in to Get Up Nigeria. Next, we have this, I'm biased, I know. We have the Communications Officer from December 2021 to November 2022. Nwanu Elizabeth Chiamaka. In case you don't know, she's the one that took over from me and she did an amazing job. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you so much, Truth. Thank you so much.
Let's put our hands together for Elizabeth. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. And you're already doing great things. So just continue with the great things you're doing. Thank you. Next, we have the Community Engagement Officer for Southwest. And that is Odunayo Ayola. Odunayo, thank you for your service. We really appreciate you. We can't wait to hear all the great things that you do for girls' rights and children in Nigeria. Next, we have Ade Kanye Azizat Oluwafermi. Thank you very much, Fermi, for your service. Fermi was a Deputy Communications Officer and Campus Ambassador Officer from December 2021 to November 2022. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. And thank you for being an amazing co-host. Yeah. So next up we have Fowewe Modupe Balkis, right? And Modupe was the legal advisor from December 2021 to November 2022. Congratulations, Modupe, and thank you for your service. Do we have Modupe on this call? See, I'm just going to move on. The next person is Chisom Claire Chisom Claire, please pardon me. I'm not sure I'll get the last name correctly. And she was
Thank you.
Thank you. And she was the project management officer from December 2021 to November 2022. Congratulations and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. So next up we have Temilola Akinsuliri. And she was the community engagement officer from December 2021 to November 2022. Temilola was also the community engagement officer from November 2020 to November 2021. So let's put our hands together and thank Temilola for her service. Thank you for the amazing work you do for Girl Up Nigeria. We really appreciate you. Next up, we have Ozongbe Uchechukwu. So Uchechukwu was the Partnership and Engagement Officer from December 2021 to November 2022. Thank you, Uche, for your service. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Truth, for that.
Hey.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so we're going to move to the next phase very quickly because I'm being conscious of time. So we're going to do the award immediately. So this is just their certificate. We started with over 11 people and we're ending up with 11 people right now. And, that's because due to personal reasons from everyone, which is well respected, but I'm very grateful for all of these guys for putting in their effort and work. So we're going to go into award ceremony just as we used to do it, Truth. However, the award is only for selected few outstanding executive volunteers who have gone beyond and above for Girl Up Nigeria. And I sincerely and deeply appreciate every one of you who are on this list and who are not on this list. So Truth, let's go. So we start with Award of Excellence. Yes, Award of Excellence to, yes, Truth, over to you.
Okay, so do we have Temilola on this call? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. Temilola has served, like I said earlier, she served from the first Girl of Nigeria executive batch to the second Girl of Nigeria, and she has done an amazing work. I mean, this is well deserving. So the award of excellence goes to Temilola Akinsuliri. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but let's put our hands together and let's show our appreciation and let's celebrate her. She has done an amazing work and she continues to do an amazing work. Well done and thank you for your service, Temilola. Next, still on the Award of Excellence, we have Ezimwa Susan Chinyere. Chinyere was the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, if I'm right, and she has done an amazing work. Let's put our hands together and as she's awarded this Award of Excellence. It's well deserved. Can we move to the next one? We have Ahmed Ola Atunde, and he's also being awarded an award of excellence for the amazing work he did in his role at Gallup Nigeria. Let's put our hands together for Atunde. Well done. Like when you have a role and you go over and beyond, we really appreciate you. And we are sure that this excellence you carry it wherever you go, and we're proud of you. Thank you for your service. Okay, we have the executive volunteer with the biggest heart, and this goes to Claire. Somi Claire. Is she on this call? With the biggest heart.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Executive volunteer with the biggest heart. Thank you for having a big heart. Thank you for accommodating all of us in your heart. Thank you for your service to Gallup Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's move on to the next one. We have most outstanding executive volunteer. And we have Azizat, who is also our very outstanding co-host today. Thank you for your service, Azizat. Thank you for the amazing work you have done in Gallup Nigeria. And we really appreciate your service.
Thank you.
We have the supportive executive volunteer, and we also have Aziz that taking up this award. Azizat, well done, well done. I see you. We see you.
At this point.
We see you.
Okay, the volume was, I would like it was shallow because we have our new born babies here.
Right. And of course, so, for the award of the
going to this.
Please can the person mute their mic?
Yes.
Please, can you mute your mic? Can you mute this person?
Thank you very much. For the executive volunteer of the year. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, drum roll. We have Elizabeth Chiamaka as the executive volunteer of the year. So I'm just going to put this out here that the person that won the executive volunteer of the year last year was also the communications officer. So we are keeping up. So put your hands together for us. I'm so proud of you, Elizabeth. Thank you for your service to Gallup Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see all the amazing things that you do in your lifetime. Well done, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Truth. First, let me just take a moment to reflect. Thank you, guys. I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm so emotional right now. I don't know what to say. Preparing this award took me like forever, and I was so secretive about it because I wanted it to be a surprise to every one of you. And this is, particularly to inspire everybody to go beyond and above when you're working with an organization. Most of the time when we call out for executive volunteers to apply, we want people who are willing to dedicate their time. And I respect individuals' personality, timing, and whatever you do. And I've been able to connect individually with all of you to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and to better understand how I can engage you. And thank you so much for giving me the room to do that and for growing. When Chiamaka and Azizat were taking up the role of deputy Azizat was not supposed to be the deputy communication officer, I think, but I had to transition her into that role when the person that was there had to leave. And she did an amazing job working closely with Elizabeth, merging with campus ambassador as the campus ambassador officer and working on She Leads Climate Action. It was just like a lot on our desk, and every time I'm like, oh my God. And then we have Claire, you have Chere, and we have Atunde, who single-handedly did a policy research for Gallup Nigeria. And every time I'm always like, I still can't get my head off the fact that somebody with little support had to do this, and he did it excellently well. And I'm so proud of him for that. And to every one of you, incoming executive volunteers, you guys just need to do it. There is flexibility, there is room for expansion, there is room for growth. You're not restricted to a particular thing. Just do your thing and do it well. So thank you so much, every one of you, for an amazing 2021, 2022. Thank you. Over to you.
Wow. So last year I was here, and this year I'm still here, and I'm like, these communications people, what is you people's problem? Where just come outside. Yeah, Chama,
so let me just say something. Let me say something.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So every time I always get this thing that I get connected more with the communications department. And that is because I understand that Gallup Nigeria is more of a virtual initiative right now, and we've not been doing so much of physical activities. And whenever wherever you are, if you search for Gallup Nigeria online today, you see how active we are across all social media platforms. And that's thanks to the communications team with support from other executive volunteers. And Chiamaka and Truth, they took it upon themselves to multitask across project management, across monitor and evaluation. So they're always, at the edge of everything, reaching out to these elder executive volunteers. I need this information, I need that. And we have all of these things out there. So for communications team that are coming on board, you guys, you are not going to be working with me directly. I'm still going to announce that later, but you guys need to be very focused. You need to be ready for the work. Communications and social media, you guys have to be up to the task so that you can keep winning this award. Thank you.
Up your game, incoming executive volunteers. But seriously, this is amazing. Guys, have you seen the comments? In the comment section is fire. Everybody's like, oh, I want this award. It's so beautiful. Oh, Claire this. Oh, Ezine that. It's just beautiful to watch. And the truth is, for everybody on this call, those people aspiring to work with Gallup Nigeria, if you do the work, you will get the accolades. Nobody's going to hold it from you, honestly. And you can see how that played out. Most of the people who got awards, they didn't even know it was coming. And truthfully, there's support here. I'm not saying this because of anything. Gallup does not pay me to ring their bell or shout their shout, but truly, if you want to work and you're interested in upgrading yourself, Gallup Nigeria is the place to be. So to everyone who is incoming, you're not in the wrong place, you're in the right place. And you've seen communications. I'm proud of you people because I know how much work, like President said, it's so much having, sometimes they come into your DM and you don't even answer them and they still go and make sure they have it done. Please answer them when they come to your DM. Don't answer them. We can push you. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone. So there are a few questions I want to ask. Our time is fast spent already. After this question, President, you can come up and just, give us the closing remark and appreciation. I'm sure the incoming volunteers are like, okay, so what about us? No, President is still going to do that. Or should we just let Oluwadamilola do that? Because she's the one here, but I'm looking at how we can buy time. President, I'm asking for your opinion now. Should we
let... Damilola, do you have the list of the new executive volunteers?
Yes, I have them on my phone.
Okay, yeah, so let's Damilola just do that in like 2 minutes.
In like 2 minutes, so they don't beat me. I love you guys already. I can't wait to see who's coming on board. Damilola, please, you have the floor. You can go on.
All right. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I can hear you all right. You're audible. I can hear you.
Awesome. Okay, so these are the superstars who will be responsible for Girl Ops activities for the next 1 year. And I'm going to start from the policy research officer. And drum roll, please. The next policy research officer for Girl Up for the year 2023 is Bukola Adeshoko. Thank you so much. We are excited to have you for the next 1 year. And then the assistant social media officer. This is going to be our Gen Z TikTok people giving us all the content. And she is Omolabake Shalako. Omolabake Shalako. I hope I pronounced that right. I really do hope. Salako. Thank you so much. Now, our assistant communications officer, communication people, the bar is in heaven. The bar is in heaven. You people have work to meet up to the expectations of Elizabeth and Truth. However, our communications officer, the assistant communication officer is Zagi Enna. Thank you so much, Zagi. We are excited to see the amazing work you will do. And the communications officer will be Maureen Tokula. Maureen Tokula is the new communications officer for Girl Up Nigeria in the year 2023. Back to community. Our assistant community engagement officer is Moyosade Ademiluyi. Moyosade Ademiluyi is the assistant community engagement officer. Our social media officer is Emanuela Azegba. I do hope I pronounced that correctly. Emanuela Azegba is our social media officer. And now our assistant project management officer. The project management office is very, very important because they are responsible for all the projects we'll be running as an organization for the next 1 year. And so this role is extremely important. And the assistant project management officer is Favor Chinenye Okpo. Favor Chinenye Okpo. And the final but not the lowest executive volunteer for the year 2023, the programs management officer is none other than Toby Martha Akinjayeju. Thank you so much, everybody. I am personally wishing you the best of experiences. The Lord go with you. You are supported, and I cannot wait to be back at the end of next year to cheer you on a job well done. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Girl of Nigeria team. Applause.
Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Dami, with the energy. See how Dami welcomed all of you. Your energy better get up. I'm so proud of you people already. Omo, communications, policy, everyone, please bring up your A game. I beg you, bring your A game, and trust me, maybe you'll be getting your award in the middle of the year, though. We'll wait till the end of the year. President, what do you think? Anyways, okay, I'm just teasing. President, you have the floor now. You're supposed to give us our founder's address. A lot of people don't really know what Girl Up is about, like nitty gritty. They have an idea that it's just Girl Up, just girls. But what exactly? I think you can just do that in 1-2 lines and let us know. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Faith, and just give me a second.
Okay, you have it. Yeah, so just before President comes back up, I said if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments. And if you don't want to ask them here, you can reach out to their social media handles are in the chat. You can reach out to them. And also for Truth and Dami, there's a question I was supposed to ask. You can decide to answer it in the comment or when President is done, when she's ready for us. The question was, they want you to share a little of your experience volunteering at Girl Up Nigeria. So you can type it in the comments, or when President is done and we still have a little time, you can just tell us one specific challenge or something that happened during your time in Girl Up, or something that helped you to evolve into who you are right now. Okay, you type Dami also. Please, Dami, type. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like Damilola and Truth to take 1 minute to respond to a question verbally. Because we're gonna upload this on our YouTube page so that anyone listening or watching can have a grab. So Truth, Damilola, 1 minute to respond to Faith's question. Then I'll go on with my presentation.
All right. Damilola, I think you should go first because I saw you chatting that you wanted to type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Please go first.
Okay, I was actually typing so that the president can have
okay, it's just 1 minute.
However, let me just share it. So during my tenure, that was COVID lockdown, and it was quite difficult for us to run physical projects. And also then I was in school, so there was lots of uncertainty, a very new organization. and all that. But then I think that was it's one of the time that made me really, really implement my, creativity and innovation. So because we were not physically meeting with us, that means we're not going to do something as an organization. And I really remember that when the president was talking about how we have to be flexible and we have to like pour into the organization. And as a person, that's being clocked at that time, having to think fast really, really helps me now, because one of my super strength is that you can never catch me unawares. I will always have something, to pull out of one of my drawers or something. And I feel this skill is very important as a person, as a professional. And even after I've left Girl Up, in the work I was working with an organization before I returned to school after ASU strike. It came really, really handy when we're trying to create content, and run local projects. That even though I was in the communications team, I was functioning excellently well in project management. And this is what Girl Up does for you. That when you find yourself out there, you just realize that you have so many skills that you unconsciously develop because you were put on a spot. And that is the wonderful thing about the organization. And even if you're working in big, like other massive organizations, you may not get the chance to learn and to do, because I believe doing is the best form of learning. But at Girl Up, we had that. And the project became the She Leads Climate. The president spearheaded it, and it was brilliant. It was extremely brilliant, and I'm grateful for that learning opportunity. So this is one of my own,
Thank you, Dami.
takeaway from Girl Up.
Thank you, Dami. Thank you so much. Truth communications people, come out here.
I don't know how you people want me to say my whole experience in Girl Up Nigeria inside 1 minute.
Something that was very strategic for you.
Okay. I would say that I took Girl Up Nigeria like my baby, and I really took it like an opportunity to explore. I did a lot of exploring. I put myself into it. I'll tell you what I was doing before I came to Girl Up Nigeria and what I'm doing after. Before I came to Girl Up Nigeria, I was working in a paid role as a communications officer for an NGO. I left there after my contract ended. I could have renewed it, but I left there. I was like, no, I wanted to really explore what it meant to be a comms person in an NGO space. And I wanted a platform that would give me that opportunity. And that was what Girl Up Nigeria was for me. I'll wake up and say, can we do Instagram Live? Can we do this one? We say, no problem, as long as you can do it. And it was really beautiful to just have that platform. Apart from like Girl Up, because Girl Up it's a hub in Nigeria, but then there are several hubs across the world. So I was connecting not just with like the girls in Nigeria, but with girls in America. There's one time we did something with Girl Up Afghanistan, and it was just fun to like explore the whole of what Girl Up Nigeria is. I feel like if you understand the vision of Girl Up and of Girl Up Nigeria, it's easier to leverage the platform, because it's an amazing platform. For me, it was just a platform that really opened my eyes to like girls' rights, to child rights, really helped me build my skills. I left from there. I immediately went to leading communications as an NGO. I was paid for that, left there, and now I'm at UNICEF Nigeria. So, I mean, Girl Up Nigeria was basically like my incubator. It was an opportunity for me to explore and just like become really solid in my communication skills, and that's what I did. So you can do that too. I feel like if you are doing this, just put yourself, don't do half out, half in, because that way you don't even get anything from any of them. So if you are doing Girl Up Nigeria, put yourself into it. Know that it's 1 year. 1 year comes and it goes really fast. It's 1 year. What do you want to achieve in 1 year? What do you want to explore in 1 year? What do you want to learn in 1 year? It's not paid, but most of the activities are virtual, right? So it's it's 1 year. Trust me, the skills that you build here, the amount of money you'll be making in the next 2 years with the skills that you have built, if you know what you're doing and if you know what you are, if you put yourself into it, you will not compare to people that you started making money now and they're making like the money they're making, and they're, because like Girl Up Nigeria has the potential to really blow up and accelerate your career. So for me, that was what it was. And I'm hoping that more people can leverage the opportunities that come with this role.
Wow, wow. Thank you, Truth. Truth, we should put leverage in front of your name because I think you know how to teach people on that particular concept. Thank you so much. My president, you have the floor.
All right, thank you so much, Ruth and Damilola, for sharing. I'm always excited. So I'm just gonna, so we do this every time and I'm like, oh my God, we always presenting our journey so far and it's always so emotional. So I'll just start, I'll be very fast with it because it's like 80 something pages. So I'll just be very fast with it so that I don't want us to exceed our time too much. So in the middle of the uncertainty, just like Oluwadamilola said, I started Gallup Nigeria after attending the Gallup Leadership Summit, which was virtual. And I had, amazing sessions. I attended so many sessions. I think Damilola too attended. And I'm like, okay, how can I bring this, to the local space, Nigeria? And that was when I sent an approval for me to start leading Gallup Nigeria, and Gallup approved it. And ever since, I've been so consistent with the growth and development of Gallup. And Gallup Nigeria is currently now an initiative under Base Planet Foundation. And that is because, we need a mother organization to fund and ensure that, every other thing we're doing is aligned. And this doesn't say that Gallup Nigeria is not still a UN foundation campaign. However, it is an initiative now under Base Planet Foundation. So most of our fundings and support comes from Base Planet Foundations and from partners and other organizations and individuals who resonate with our goals and objectives. Part of my style for Gallup Nigeria is the very first moment I started Gallup Nigeria, I knew that I can't do it alone. And I understand the fact that I need to bring other young people along with me, help them develop their leadership skills, and also build their network. So that is why I started the Executive Volunteers. And the reason why I named it Executive is because right now we don't have like a body of, oh, this is the this or the that at Gallup. No, we have just executive volunteers while I am the founder. And the reason is because I want it to be flexible. As I've been saying, I love flexibility and I want people to learn. So that is why every year we have new set of executive volunteers who come on board, do amazing stuff, explore their ideas, do creativity things that has been burning in their head, bring it to life with Gallup Nigeria, and that's it. At the end of the year, we close it and we welcome a new set of people so that there can be transition, there can be continuity, there can be innovation, and there can be growth within young people, the organization, and myself. And so far, we've had over, I think now we should have over 30 people or over 20 people that have been executive volunteers for Gallup Nigeria so far. So I'll just go right into it. So we did the official launch, and there was a lot of backstories about how a lot of people wanted to be part of Gallup Nigeria, and I just randomly selected people and they were not working, they were not ready to be committed. I didn't see productivity, I didn't see growth, and I had to disband that team and call for executive volunteers properly. People applied. Whenever we call for applications, we always receive over 100 applications from young people across Nigeria who want to be part of this initiative. So for you to be here right now, I said, you're welcome. That's just what I can say. I'm not going to say you're lucky, but just welcome. So these are like some of the initiatives that we've done. And, of the blessed memory, we had Adekojo Oluwatoyin, who was the executive advisor, and I've not regained the strength from death to recruit another person to take up a role yet. So I'm hoping that very soon God would heal my heart and help me regain that strength to recruit somebody that will take up our role. And these are the founding executive volunteers for Gallup Nigeria, who are now, doing great stuff all over the world. I see Kende everywhere. Kende is a tech savvy, and she's just like traveling everywhere. You can see Damilola, receiving awards back to back. You can see Truth now, working with UNICEF and so many other things. I mean, that's like the beauty of it, right? And I don't know why Truth is not in this picture. Probably it's cropped out. I don't know. I don't get it. But I mean,
Truth is in the picture, Balikis. She's on the second row.
Okay, I can see Truth. Oh, no, Truth. Okay, I see Truth now. All right, thank you. All right, so those are the founding executive volunteers. And these are the things they've done. And I'm just going to say this, comparing the founding executive volunteers to the outgoing executive volunteers. I think the founding executive volunteers did an amazing work and foundational structure that the outgoing executive volunteers are able to build on and lead on to where we are today. So thank you guys so much, every one of you. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be very fast. So these are we had a lot of activities. We had a lot of partnership with different organizations. We launched Shilit's Climate Action, which is now a standalone initiative just for us to be able to measure expansion. We've had series of capacity building for our community, for our executive volunteers. So you're not just coming to be pouring your idea down, or I am here to support in every way I can. Bringing different people to teach you or collaborate with you. Yeah, I'm just trying to be very fast with this. We have our campus ambassador program that we're supposed to have launched, but due to COVID-19, we've not been able to do that. So we had a lot of people grow while they were serving at Gallup Nigeria. Recently, Z was called to bar, and congratulations again, Z, on that. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm wishing Claire also all the best in advance. And Damilola, I look forward to your call to bar too. So we have a lot of these success stories that come in between. Yes, so let me say, so these are our thematic focus. So we have women in leadership, reproductive health, gender-based violence, climate action, quality education, gender equality, mental health, gender in sports, gender gap in STEM. And this year, with funding support from Gallup campaign, we're able to do our first Edit for the Future STEM project in Kwara State, where we brought young people, young girls and ladies who are really interested in learning particular tech skills. And we did that in a span of 1 month, and it was like an amazing activity that we've highlighted. I can highlight for us for this year. So these are the people that we have worked with over the last 2 years. Yeah. So we carry out our project through advocacy, both online and offline. We do policy analysis and development. We do community action and engagement, and we do this through strong partnership with relevant organizations. Our plan for next year, we're hoping to extend our STEM program. We're hoping to grow with our Gallup Nigeria mentorship program. This mentorship program comes during International Women's Day, where we bring high-level women to mentor young girls and young ladies who are on the journey to become wherever they want to become. So we have a campus ambassador program. We're hoping to launch that properly next year. Then our International Day of Education will be next month, which is January, and capacity building for community, and many other activities that we're definitely going to be doing next year. So also next year, we're looking at having like a decentralized activity where we can have more physical meetups amongst our community members, executive volunteers, and everybody. So this is our social media platform where you can follow us and engage with our content. And yep, thank you so much. Just before I close it finally, I want to make a special announcement. And the announcement would be, I want you people to do some drum rolls because it's a special announcement. I want some drum rolls on the chat set. Before I can talk, I want some emojis. I want some, just share your favorite emoji, like you're anticipating what I want to say. I've not seen any yet. So, okay, thank you, Favor. You're my biggest fan. All right, I see you, Azizat. I want more. Thank you, Chiamaka. All right, so yeah, I'll just go ahead. So the biggest news is that come 2023, Chiamaka is going to be the have you guys seen this drink before? It's an health drink. So I'm just gonna sip that before I make this announcement. Yeah. I needed to do that to calm my nerves. Okay. I'll announce it. So Chiamaka Elizabeth is going to be the president for Gallup Nigeria from 2023 to 2024. Woo!
Stand up. Stand up.
You guys are not excited. Unmute and show your excitement. You don't want to
please,
care where you are.
Thank you so much, everybody. I can see the comment. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. So calm down, guys. The second announcement is because Chiamaka cannot work alone. I know she cannot work alone. I've seen it in her, and it's like, oh my God. So I had to put somebody beside her, like a right-hand woman. So Chiamaka is going to be viced by Claire Chisom. So Claire, congratulations as the vice president for Gallup Nigeria from 2023 to 2024. Woo! Woo! Oh my God, you guys are, I don't know. I want to see your face, Chiamaka and Claire. I need to see you guys' face. I need to see you guys' face. I need to see your faces. Yeah. All right. So the reason why for this new development is because I want to really give more room, right? I'm not old. It's not like I'm 30 years old or anything, or I'm in my retirement stage. I'm not retiring. I'm not at my retirement stage yet. But I see this as an opportunity for more incredible development and growth for Gallup Nigeria. And I also see it as a way for us to have like a new mindset, new people coming in with new leadership. However, I'm going to be sitting back as a founder of Gallup Nigeria and watch Chiamaka and Claire lead the team while I support them behind closed doors. So I look forward to an amazing journey with all of you. I am always here. Chiamaka, go and learn all of those things I used to do. Ask truth. Chiamaka, go and learn all of those things. You are now president for Gallup Nigeria in the next 3 years. Don't come to my DM for anything that you know you're supposed to do it. These are the terms and conditions applied. But I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So I don't know if we have Chiamaka and Claire, if they want to say one or two things, then we can just wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say a few things. I think Claire is just stepped out of the call. I would just say I didn't expect this because as at last week I was the one posting and looking for a new president to take over from Balikis. I was even scouting for people to join and to apply. Just apply. We would do the selection process and then we'll let you know if you qualify for the role. And then to have me be the president, I'm so happy, and I'm looking forward to working with the new set of executive volunteers to achieve the aims of Girl Up Nigeria. It's been an amazing 1 year so far, working as the communications officer, and now stepping into the big shoes that Balikis have left for me. I'm looking forward to all the great things we'll achieve together, and I'm very sure that when we come back next year for our handover ceremony, it's going to be awesome and it's going to be very great. Thank you, Balikis. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Truth. Truth has been amazing. Every time I just chat Truth up, Truth, what's up? I need to do this. Can you put me through? And Truth is always available to just put me through. Thanks, everyone. And I look forward to what we'll achieve together. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I know you're gonna do great. I know you're gonna prove me right. I know. So let's have someone from the new executive volunteers. Someone from the new executive volunteers. I can see Toby is on the call. I can see Omalabaka is on the call. I can see Bukola. I can see Maureen. I can see Joy. Okay, yeah, I can see a lot of you guys. So any of you can just unmute and just say one or two things in anticipation for the work you're gonna do with Girl Up Nigeria. Feel free to do that. Okay, so nobody.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so my name is Toby Martha Akinjayeju, the newly appointed programs manager. So I would just like to say that it is a very, very, exciting opportunity. I feel, I don't even know how to fathom, to start to describe how I feel right now. As much as I know that there's a lot of responsibilities that comes with this position, and a lot would be, what's it called? There's a lot to give and there's a lot to receive. So I'm so glad to be here to learn, to explore, to implement amazing projects to impact lives, and also for me to be impacted along the way. So I look forward to working with an amazing set of people. Thank you so much. The host, thank you. But the president, thank you. I mean, the outgoing president now. And also the guest speakers, thank you so much. It has been an amazing time with you all. I love it. I love every bit of it, and I've learned a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. I'm excited, and you're very, very lucky that your vice president was the project project officer. So you are very lucky. I mean, you're so lucky, and the communications team are so lucky to have Elizabeth as president, because she's she's outgoing communications officer. So you guys are just like flexing, 2023 flexing. Over to you, Faith. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Truth and Lola, for your time. I sincerely appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Thank you. No, let me say, okay, the founding president now. Let me say my own tone. It was the outgoing president, but I'm saying thank you to my founding president, now my president. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Truth, Oluwadamilola, it was such an amazing session having you teach everyone here today. If someone said, describe the handover for 2022, I would say it's a movie. There was suspense. People didn't see some things coming. They're like, oh my God, is it me? Is it not me? But then some people like Claire, who, let me stop mentioning name before presidents will come for you. My president, I humbly respect your government. Awesome. Thank you everyone for being here. Honestly, Girl Up Nigeria it's the place to be, right? If you were anticipating to be part of the executive volunteer, there's still next year. Of course, different leaders, like President said, she's trying to give out more opportunities to people to experience leadership, to upgrade their minds, to help themselves to evolve and just learn. So Girl Up Nigeria is the place for you. Join, support, sending your messages through social media and all. Thank you so much, everyone. And President said everyone should come up with turn on your video so we can have pictures taken here. Do you want the videos on, or just Is it okay for you to take pictures now? Or
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
Yeah, if it's convenient for you guys to unmute your video, it would be very superb.
Yeah. All right, everyone, please thank you. Oh, Toby, you're so fine. So why have you not joined us since? Toby Mata, I see you're so fine. Your skin is glowing. Look at Truth now. Look at Truth. See someone's arranging hair. My God. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Like I said, thank you. We can't thank you enough. And we hope that everything that you've learned from here today, you're willing to go past here, just share, and also replicate yourself. It's enough that Truth has shared, is enough that Dami has shared, is enough that Balikis has shared. Just you two go out there and do something amazing. My name is Faith Emmanuel. It was so amazing hosting this. I had a co-host. Thank you so much, my co-host. And thank you, President, outgoing President, new President, founding President, Vice President, all the executives here. We can't wait to see you do more big things in Nigeria and the world at large. Thank you so much, everyone. So I think we can say bye-bye for now.
Bye.